In this video, I'm going to be showing you the comment spotlight feature with TubeBuddy. Stick around. Now, normally when someone asks me what level of TubeBuddy should they get, I generally recommend the Pro or the Star license for most creators that are just starting out. But if you're an established creator who's built a bit of an audience, maybe you've got a Patreon, then you might want to consider upgrading to the Legend license, which gives you a whole lot of advanced features. And we're going to be covering one of them right now, which is the comment spotlight. So just a quick note, this video is probably not for someone just beginning their YouTube journey. This is probably for someone a little bit further along. You've probably already got your 1,000 subscribers and have that built-in audience. So if that's not you, feel free to check out another video on the channel. I recommend our SEO trilogy of videos. Those will probably help you find those subscribers and build that audience. But for those of you who have Patreon and TubeBuddy and want to see how you can connect the two, this video is definitely for you. If you don't already have TubeBuddy, there is an affiliate link in the description, and there's a discount code that will save you 20%, so I do recommend using that. Don't pay full price for TubeBuddy. So, what we're talking about here is the comment spotlight. This makes it so that when you are in the Creator Studio on desktop, you can very easily see when your patrons have been commenting on your videos. As your audience grows, as you get more and more comments, filtering to those comments from your core audience, your true fans, your biggest supporters, it's going to become a little bit more difficult. It's a signal to noise ratio issue, and you want to make sure that you're acknowledging those true fans, because they're some of your best supporters. They're your cheerleaders that will go out and probably share your content and find you future audiences. So you really want to pay appropriate attention to them. And so one way to do that is to use this comment spotlight feature in TubeBuddy, which will highlight comments from your patrons. So how do you do that? First off, from YouTube Studio on desktop, you're going to want to click on comments on the left-hand side to get to that comment area. Then, when you have the TubeBuddy browser plugin installed, again, affiliate link in the description, we also have a tutorial video on this channel that shows you how to install the browser plugin. Once you have that installed, you will have this TubeBuddy comment filter feature built in. And if you have a Legend account, this is the top tier paid plan with TubeBuddy, there is an option to filter the comments so you'll only see comments from your Patreon supporters when you have that Legend account. And so you can click on that. However, if this is your first time doing it, or it's been a while and maybe the account linkages need to be refreshed, you may need to reestablish the link between TubeBuddy and your Patreon if you haven't already, or if it's been a while. So to do that, you just click on the link that'll appear here, which is tubebuddy.com/integrate/Patreon, or you can navigate through the TubeBuddy website to your integrations to make sure that you plug your Patreon into your TubeBuddy, so this feature can be enabled for those Legend license holders out there. When you go to that link, if you're not already signed into the TubeBuddy site, you will need to sign in with your Google credentials, as you normally do when signing into the TubeBuddy site, and it should hopefully show your patrons. But if it hasn't been linked, if it hasn't been refreshed recently, you might need to go in and create that linkage, or just click that refresh button to make sure that it's got your current list of patrons. Especially if you've got a lot of new and recent supporters, you might need to go and refresh this to make sure that they're being captured. And it will show you the list of your Patreon supporters who have YouTube channels. But notice it says missing as well. So it's important to realize that not necessarily all of your Patreon supporters will have YouTube channels. It's entirely possible, as it is in the case with my channel, Vacation Impossible, and its Patreon, which you can find at patreon.com/vacationimpossible. If you wanted to support us in that way, fantastic. But we do have Patreon supporters who don't have YouTube channels, and that's really quite common, that's quite normal. So even though that's in a red, ominous, bold font with a little exclamation point, don't be worried. This could just be people who don't have channels, or they haven't linked their channel to their Patreon, which is totally fine as well. But this can be a great place to quickly view which channels are your patron supporters in an easy display. And then once this has been refreshed or that link has been established, then when you are in Creator Studio on desktop, it will highlight the comments from your patrons. And again, it is so important to recognize your patrons, and I definitely want to give a shout out to Stupid Robot Fighting League, who has been a long-term supporter of my channel, Vacation Impossible. They're a fantastic channel I recommend you check out. They basically have robots that don't have any motors or programming or gears, and they attach to fighters, and so the fighters fight by proxy with these two hanging robots inside of a metal cage. It's a little difficult to explain, but it's amazing to watch, and it's all set to rock and metal music with very funny commentary. They do taunts before the fights. I do strongly recommend you check out Stupid Robot Fighting League. I am very honored that they have been a patron and supporter of mine for so long. It's been so fantastic. And so as you build your audience, as you find your Patreon supporters, if Patreon is an avenue that you want to pursue, then it's really important to kind of acknowledge them, I think, because they do go that extra step. They're your true fans. So easily finding their comments, having this filter can be quite helpful. It can save time, and it can make sure that you're not neglecting some of your strongest supporters. So thank you so much for watching this video. Check out the other awesome videos on this channel, and don't forget to subscribe with notifications turned on, because we often go live with very little notice where we will do things like free channel reviews that last 30 minutes. If you want to get a free channel review, you got to join us early. We go chronologically in chat, first come, first serve, and we always have more requests than we have time. So if you got the bell turned on, set it to all. Hopefully you can join us during the next live stream. We can answer your question, do a live tutorial, whatever you like. Also, please let me know on the comment section on this video. Do you have Patreon, or is it something you're thinking about starting up? Do you think this tool would be useful for you when you're going on Patreon? Or if you already have it, is this something that would be helpful? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video, or perhaps the next live stream. Thanks for watching.